Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a written message from His Excellency the President of Belarus related to bilateral relations between the two countries. 40% is the volume of expected increase in the Sultan's gas production with a new expansion of Kazan oil field. The Central Bank of Oman increases its capital to 1 billion Omani riyals as from next month. The activities of His Majesty the Sultan's Cup for Camel Race 2017 starts in the Wilaya of Barka. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Haji Geingob of Namibia on his country's independence anniversary. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said has received a written message from His Excellency President Alexander Lukashenko of Belarus related to the bilateral relations and fields of existing cooperation between the two countries. The message was handed over to His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, when he received His Excellency Vladimir Maki, Belarusian Minister for Foreign Affairs today. The guest conveyed the greetings of the Belarusian President to His Majesty and the Omani government and people, wishing His Majesty the Sultan good health and happiness, and Omani people further progress and prosperity. From his side, Sayyid As'ad asked the guest to convey greetings of His Majesty the Sultan, along with his best wishes of continuous success to the President and the friendly Belarusian people, further progress and prosperity. Conversation during the meeting touched upon the strong bilateral relations between the two countries and means of enhancing them, in addition to matters of mutual concern. BP Oman Company said that the issuance of Royal Decree No. 14/2017 on approving the amended oil agreement will enable it to extend the area of concession block No. 61 in a second phase to develop the southwest of Kazan field. The total area of Kazan will reach 3,950 square kilometers. It will increase the gas production from 8 by 2020 with 500 million cubic meters daily, in addition to the production in the first phase, which will produce by the end of 2017 1 billion cubic meters of gas daily. The company pointed out that the name Ghazir was given to the new expansion of Kazan field from the southeast side. It is expected that the field with the expansion would raise the Sultan gas production by 40%. Promoting fields of cooperation between the Sultanate and Belarus was the core of discussions between His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Vladimir Maki, Belarusian Minister for Foreign Affairs, and his delegation. The two sides also reviewed the existing friendship between the two countries in political, economic, and commercial fields. They also exchanged viewpoints in regional and international issues on mutual concern. The visit of His Excellency the Belarusian Minister to the Sultanate culminated in the signing of a memorandum of understanding in the touristic field at the premises of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It was signed from the Omani side by His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser al-Mahrizi, Minister of Tourism, and from the Belarusian side by His Excellency Vladimir Maki. The consulate office of Belarus in the Sultanate was also opened. The Board of Governors of Central Bank of Oman approved increasing the bank's capital from 760 million Omani riyals to 1 billion Omani riyals starting from next month. During its meeting today, the board reviewed procedures undertaken by the Central Bank of Oman and licensed banks operating in the Sultanate on funding small and medium enterprises, as well as the volume of finance provided by the banking sector in the Sultanate to those enterprises. The meeting also reviewed the bank's financial center and reports relevant to the performance of external investments of the CBO in the recent period. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Mohammed bin Musa, Deputy Chairman of the Board of Governors. Still to come in our news bulletin. Under the theme Advanced Perspective on News Editing, a training workshop started at the headquarters of the Public Authority for Radio and Television. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Sultan Qaboos University Council approved the amendments in the Academic Promotion, Regulation and Graduating Students list of the current academic term. The Council also discussed a proposal of finding an effective communication system between the Students' Consultation Council, the Students' Communication Committees and the Preparatory Studies Center. Through establishing a forum, the Council reviewed the efforts exerted by Sultan Qaboos University in rationalizing the expenditure in the current budget and mechanisms of dealing with it. The meeting was presided over by Her Excellency Dr. Rawia bin Saud Al Busaidia, Minister of Higher Education and Chairperson of the Council. Activities of His Majesty the Sultan's Cup for Camel Race 2017 started at Al Flage Grant in the Wilaya of Barka. The event will continue for 4 days with a wide participation from camel breeders and fans of such sports. It is organized by the Royal Court Affairs presented in the Royal Camel Corps. It is worth mentioning that to cover such important sports through media means a dedicated technical team was sent to the location to make all preparations and arrangements. The Mysore horse of the Royal Cavalry of Oman won the Derby Championship for pure Arabian horses in United Arab Emirates. This came after a tough competition where it was able to overcome its competitors in a race of 1,200 meters on a field of Abu Dhabi Club for Horse Race. This was 9th consecutive winning for Mysore horse. Meanwhile, the horse dog of the Royal Cavalry also won a good position in the first round. "119 projects were written off out of 1,663 projects that were financed by the Raft Fund. That was revealed in a press conference organized by the fund. It was also revealed that a total of 1,730 loans were given to small and medium enterprises, which exceeded an amount of 69 million Omani riyals. The fund also disclosed that the main challenge facing the small and medium enterprises projects is in the delay in completing the administrative procedures with the public and private bodies. The press conference unveiled that the finance projects in the trading sector reached 37%, while in the industrial projects reached 9% and the logistic transportation reached 19%. And services project stood at 23%. Within its future support plan, the fund will focus more on financing the in-country value projects such as tourism and manufacturing industries. A workshop is organized by the Research Council in cooperation with the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, meant to support innovators. More detail in the following report.
Establishing a national center to support technology and innovation in the Sultanate topped discussions of the workshop that's organized by the Research Council in cooperation with the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. The project, that is expected to be completed by the end of this year, aims at supporting innovators, rendering information to them, and promoting their innovations. More than 40 participants from various universities and colleges in the Sultanate took part in the workshop that took place at Knowledge Oasis, Muscat. The workshop highlighted services rendered by WIPO, like acquiring the patent right through the Internet.
The World Intellectual Property Organization is currently cooperating with around 50 of its member states around the world in order to establish networks on the national, regional, and international level of technology and innovation support centers. These include, for example, Oman, but also other countries in the wider region, such as Morocco. In that country, there have been over 50 centers established and that are providing support to innovators and researchers at, for example, universities there. And we're convinced that with the strong leadership of the government of Oman, the project will also be a great success here in Oman as well.
The idea of the center is to support innovators, inventors, researchers, professors and students in different educational institutions in the Sultanate. The workshop included a presentation on the Research Council's plan to establish a national network for technology transfer in order to benefit the universities and colleges in the Sultanate from the research outputs.
In order to shed light on its academic departments and specializations, the Military Technical College organized an open day. The event was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Taimur bin Asad bin Tariq Al Saeed. The open day came to acquaint new students and their parents with specializations and programs being offered by the Military Technical College and all issues related to admission. A ceremony was organized by Oman Society for Hearing Impaired for the graduation of 26 male and female graduates who completed an academic program on sign language. The program included the learning of a special linguistic dictionaries for deaf and dumb people. The practical side of the program contained visits and some activities and practices that enabled participants to be sign language translators. In 2 months, the participants learned the basic for communicating with deaf and dumb people and specialized programs for sign language. A training workshop started today at the headquarters of the Public Authority for Radio and Television under the theme Advanced Perspective on News Editing. The 4-day workshop deals with the roles of news editors and correspondents in covering events in the way that highlights human and life aspects of the society. At the commencement of the workshop, His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, stressed the need to achieve national goals through conveying Omani vision to the world through promoting peace and highlighting aspects of goodness and hope in present and future. He added that the presence of Omani geography and all segments of the society in news bulletin is the responsibility for the authority and a right for the society. His Excellency also affirmed the importance of enhancing progress and success despite challenges facing media means with regard to variety of news challenges and endeavor to attract views through presenting true news stories and embodying the viewer's concern in an innovative way. The Ministry of Health recorded death of 3 persons and 9 cases of Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever infection in the Sultanate during the first quarter of 2017. The ministry pointed out that there was a noticeable increase in the number of cases compared to 2016, where only 3 cases were recorded. Combating Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever is considered one of the top priorities on the global and domestic levels. The disease is caused by a virus carried through ticks, insects. The ministry calls on citizens and residents to follow the preventive measures when dealing with animals and those infected by the disease. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the northern parts of the Sultanate, with chances of scattered rainfall over the governorates of Musandam, Brahmi and Dhahira. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 3 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a written message from His Excellency the President of Belarus related to the bilateral relations between the two countries. 40% is the volume of expected increase in the Sultan's gas production with a new expansion of Khazan oil field. The Central Bank of Oman increases its capital to 1 billion Omani riyals as from next month. The activities of His Majesty the Sultan's Cup for Camel Race 2017 starts in the Wilaya of Barka. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night.